obviously since you played weekend off after the Newcastle game, have you been kind of working on things in that time? Have you had a chance to have a bit of a rest? How does it work when you don't have a game?
Yeah, so sometimes, the guys give us a full week off, and then sometimes we had a week like last week where we were in Tuesday, Thursday. We actually had a couple of really good days. You get a decent amount of work in those 2 days, but then also get to enjoy the rest of no physical contact on the weekend. So we had a really productive week, and then that's rolled nicely on into this week, ready for Saints.
Do you feel you should be really refreshed and ready to go at the weekend?
Yeah, training's going well. Boys are looking good, and hopefully we take that into the weekend.
Northampton, obviously a tough test. They're on a really good run at the moment, pushing for a top 4 finish. So it's going to be a real test for the team.
Definitely, yeah. They're playing some of the best rugby I've seen them play in a long time. Fair play to Bigger. He's got them going well, and that's probably why he's going to be in the contention for that Lions spot at 10. You just look at the guys they've got running their team. Mitchell at 9, him at 10. They're going to be going well, and once their pack get going forward, they're hard to stop. So it's going to be a big physical challenge for us, and also one that we have to be smart with as well, with those backs lying around.
Yeah, and George mentioned about being a bit more clinical, which you were in the second half against Newcastle, but trying to do that for the whole game. Definitely,
yeah. We've got to come out the blocks running. We can't have the first half we had against Newcastle. We need to start off where we left off in that second half and keep the ball rolling from there.
I was going to talk to you about Restart as well coming up this weekend. You're obviously the ambassador of that for the club. So for people who don't realise what it is, tell us a little bit about what the whole weekend's about.
So Restart helps with the mental health side of rugby. It's one of those stigmas in rugby that you're big hard men, nothing affects you. You can't talk about your emotions, you can't talk about things that might be affecting you. And Restart are one of those charities that help the boys. They do a lot of work within rugby, and they help the lads that need to talk, express how they need to express, and I think they've helped a lot of people. I've seen them help a lot of people in my time at the club, and they do it all over the Premiership. So this weekend, we all wear T-shirts and just make a bit of a song and dance noise about it, get it out there, and you can also run the 5K, get in, donate your £5, tag 5 friends on Instagram, for example, and then away you go from there.
Yeah, and as an ambassador, what's your role in this?
Just to be the face of it for the club. We have to sign a shirt, so one of our Restart shirts will be signed off and auctioned off for the charity, and just to keep getting out there on social medias and stuff like that to get people involved.
And there's obviously a lot around about mental health at the moment. In terms of the way that players are affected, is it stuff that goes on the pitch, or is it social media, or is it a mixture of all these things?
I think it can be a lot. Sometimes the stuff on the pitch is the easiest bit. A lot of stuff can be off the pitch, especially with the way COVID's been. A lot of rugby stuff. How you relax is with your mates off the pitch. It's the same as everyone, but in a rugby environment, if you're constantly in your rugby environment, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of focus on just the rugby, without having that release of being able to go out, being able to go shopping, being able to go for food, that type of thing. It's probably stuff outside of rugby that's been affected more at the moment. Obviously, social media, it is what it is. You choose to buy into it, you choose to read it. Some people it affects massively. I've seen people at Gloucester get affected by it hugely, but then other people, a bit like myself, just in one ear out the other. You try to just ignore it when if you read into the good, then you're reading to the bad. So try not to read into any of it.
Yeah, and obviously Gloucester have experience of this because you obviously have the Be Kind campaign, which was run last year as well. So the club already invested in this in a way.
Yeah, I think our club are really good at it. The way they support it, the way they support us as players, both on and off the pitch. I could name numerous examples of the way they've helped people both on and off the pitch in terms of supporting not just mental health, but physical health as well.
You mentioned the 5K run there. As ambassador, does that mean you have to take part?
Thankfully not, no. I think we'll probably clock up 5K in the game, to be fair, so I'll count that.
And so it's obviously getting supporters involved in this, really buying into it.
Yeah, get as many people involved as possible. Like I say, tag your mates, do it in a relay, do whatever. As long as you cover 5K and donate your £5, then get involved.
Yeah, and Gloucester rugby fans are always up for something, aren't they? I'm sure that you'll get plenty of people involved.
We get huge buy-in, yeah. Whatever we do as a team, those guys buying great. So I'm sure there'll be a few out there running this weekend, hopefully.